Let us begin with a simple question. How did you learn to ride a bicycle? For most people, it was not easy in the beginning. You may have wobbled, lost balance, or fallen a few times. At first, your mind had to focus on everything at once: pedaling, steering, balancing, and watching where you were going. It required effort and attention. But now, if you know how to ride a bicycle, you can do it with much less conscious effort. You hardly need to think about each small movement. So, what changed? The answer is that your brain changed through practice. Each time you practiced, your brain adjusted and became better at handling that skill. This is a very important idea for this module because it shows that the brain is not fixed. It learns by doing, and it becomes stronger in the areas we use again and again. This same principle applies not only to physical skills like riding a bicycle, but also to mental skills, especially attention. As we move through this module, you will see that meditation works in a similar way. Just like balancing on a bicycle gets easier with practice, focusing your mind can also improve with practice. Now that we have started with the example of learning to ride a bicycle, let us look at the main ideas we will cover in this section. The first topic is neuroplasticity. This is the brain's ability to change, adapt, and reorganize itself through experience. In simple words, your brain is always learning from what you repeatedly do, think, and pay attention to. The second topic is habit formation. When you repeat an action many times, it begins to feel more natural and automatic. Habits are formed because the brain becomes more efficient at doing familiar things. This can happen with helpful habits, such as studying regularly or practicing mindfulness, and also with unhelpful habits, such as constant distraction. The third topic is that repetition strengthens neural pathways. Neural pathways are like communication routes in the brain. The more often a pathway is used, the stronger and faster it becomes. This is why practice matters so much. Repeating a skill does not just improve performance, it actually helps build the brain in a way that supports that skill. These three ideas connect closely with meditation. Meditation is not about having a perfect mind right away. It is about practice, repetition, and training attention over time. In the next slide, we will make this idea even clearer through some familiar examples. To understand this more clearly, imagine pathways in the brain becoming stronger each time they are used. This is a helpful way to picture how learning happens. At first, a pathway may be weak, like a small trail through grass. But each time you use it, it becomes clearer and easier to follow. Think about learning piano. In the beginning, finding the right keys and coordinating both hands can feel difficult. But with repeated practice, your brain builds stronger pathways for those movements and patterns. The same is true for playing basketball. At first, dribbling, passing, and shooting may require full concentration. Later, many of those actions begin to feel natural because the brain has practiced them again and again. This also happens in coding. At first, the logic, structure, and syntax may seem confusing. With repetition, the brain becomes more familiar with patterns and problem-solving steps. Typing is another good example. When people first learn to type, they may need to look carefully at every key. After enough practice, their fingers move much more automatically. Learning a new language works in the same way. At first, vocabulary and grammar may feel unfamiliar, but repeated listening, speaking, reading, and writing gradually strengthen the brain's language pathways. All of these examples show the same pattern. What you practice, you strengthen. This idea prepares us for the final point of this section, which is especially important for meditation and mindfulness. Here is the key takeaway from this section. Every time you return your attention during meditation, you strengthen the brain's attention networks. This is very important to understand. Many students believe they are bad at meditation if their mind wanders. But in reality, mind wandering is not failure. It is a normal part of the process. The most important moment in meditation is when you notice that your attention has drifted and then gently bring it back. That act of returning is the training. Each time you come back to your breath, your body, or the present moment, you are practicing attention. You are teaching your brain how to focus more steadily. Just as repeated practice helped you learn to ride a bicycle, repeated returns in meditation help build stronger mental pathways for awareness and concentration. So meditation is not about forcing the mind to stay perfectly still. It is about noticing, returning, and repeating. Over time, this strengthens the brain systems that support focus, self-control, and calm awareness. As we continue in this course, keep this idea with you: every small return of attention matters. Each one is a repetition, and each repetition is part of how the mind becomes trained.